We continue in Battle to the Death, Reborn Darkwings. Wilder isn't happy about having been rescued by the Autobots and leaves, taking Bullhorn with, though he's a lot more reluctant to leave Cancer behind. Meanwhile, Hydra and Buster are tired of being beat by Jinrai Su, so they have Zed turn them into pure Cybertronians. Turning organic life into machines. This concept is giving me a foreboding feeling. I'm sure there's no connection. So now that they're Cybertronian, does that mean I can stop calling them Hydra and Buster and start calling them Dreadwind and Darkwing? No, still the wrong personalities and different colors. Once again, Hydra and Buster turning themselves into robots horrify Giga and Mega, but there's no time to argue as Zed arrives in the Grand Canyon and starts using his devil power to destroy everything on the planet. The Autobots show up and face off against the Decepticons, and we get a nice bit where Wilder and Bullhorn save Cancer from the Seacon drones. But of course it's ruined by the song playing, which praises Jinrai Su, who has nothing to do with the fight! Jinrai Su fights Hydra and Buster, and even though their devil power gives them an edge, Jinrai Su still wins. Oh, what a shock. Cueing Overlord's arrival. Overlord and Jinrai Su have their battle in The Autobots' Desperate Attack. Overlord consistently battles Jinrai Su without using his weapons, which doesn't escape the Autobots' notice. Overlord is doing this because he's trying to prove the power of his flesh, and refuses to defend himself when Jinrai Su draws his weapon, so naturally Jinrai Su can't fire. Grand, on the other hand... Well, you gotta give Grand credit. He fared better against Overlord than his brother did. We also see Clouder and the former Decepticon headmasters ready to fight, though Wilder makes it clear he's more interested in payback for being abandoned. However, just as they're about to transform and fight Hydra and Buster, their master bases vanish and their trans sectors come to life. Again, I can't decide whether or not to dress them as Squeeze Play, Fangery, Horrible, and Dealer. Zed pulls the Decepticons out of the Grand Canyon and resumes his destructive spree in the Matterhorn in Malevolent and Inhuman, the true form of Devil Zed. Wilder is finally seeing the error of his ways, badly hurting for working for the Decepticons, no better when he fails to save a little kid from dying, as well as the scene where Bullhorn and Clouder start to lose hope. But enough of the character development. We have to see Jinrai Su effortlessly beat Hydra and Buster, then fly back and save Metalhawk from King Poseidon even more effortlessly. Urgh! Hydra and Buster return to Overlord and Zed, but...
I didn't fail, you slippery twit! You failed! You all failed! Just like you failed before!
Did we do something wrong?
Silence! They have won this time, but none of us shall rest until the Rangers are completely destroyed and the Earth is reduced to mere cinders!
Overlord has finally had enough of seeing his followers be treated badly and finally stands up against Zed. Zed starts to torture Overlord, cueing Blood's team to basically say, "Screw this, I'm out of here." Hey, better late than never. Jinrai Su and Six Knight show up, and Jinrai Su saves Overlord while Six Knight holds off Zed. Unfortunately, as Overlord starts to regret working with him, this happens. Jinrai Su swears he will avenge Six Knight and... Wait, the episode ends? We didn't see Devil Zed's true form! Why call the episode The True Form of Devil Zed when we don't see his true form? Well, this has been a long road, but we finally come to the last episode of the series. A battle, and then... And... what? What happens after the battle? Or did they just forget to write the rest of the episode title? As Jinrai Su and Zed battle, Zed tried to turn him into a Cybertronian as well, when Grand opens fire, giving Jinrai Su a chance to knock Scorponok's head off again, which explodes on impact. God, I love that statement. But then...
Transform!
Well, that just happened. Overlord shows up and attacks Zed in repayment for Jinraisu saving him. And for all his trouble, Zed turns him into a Cybertronian, killing Giga and Mega in the process. Wait, it didn't kill Hydra and Buster, and when Clouder and the Headmasters got separated from their transectors, it didn't kill them either, so why was it fatal this time around? Jinraisu teleports the Headmasters into his transector, giving him more power somehow. My brain's melted. And now for the big reveal. The Godmaster transectors on Earth were activated by none other than Devil Zed himself. Okay, that just raises way too many questions. What did Zed plan to do with the transectors when he activated them? If he's responsible for their existence, then why do they function like the Headmaster transectors? If he's connected to the Godmasters, then why was he able to separate Wilder, Bullhorn, and Cancer from their Headmaster transectors? Why are they compatible with humans if Zed can just make Cybertronians out of them himself? What was the point of putting them on Earth to absorb Chokan power when he could have just substituted in his own devil power from the start, like he did when he made Hydra and Buster Cybertronian? Exactly what connection does Zed have with the Transformers that allow him to do any of these things? How is possessing Scorponok revealing his true form? Was he created by or have some connection to Unicron? Why is his name spelled with a Z but pronounced like a certain villain I keep referencing? Why does he want to destroy humanity? Does his hatred extend to all organic life or is it just Earthlings? Why did he manipulate a group of Decepticons and dumb kids into working for him? Did Kandea put any of these things into consideration before making this character? Oh, I'm doing that thing again, aren't I? I'm putting more thought into the show than the ones who made it. Zed calls humanity worthless, but Jinraisu just makes a speech about how great humanity and Earth is, and blah blah. We've heard this a million times already. And I may have my gripes about Jinraisu, but he does do something I've wanted to see for a long, long time.
You got the touch! You got the power!
But even with Scorponok reduced to a smoldering pile of ash, there's still the matter of Zed. So Jinraisu and the Headmasters charge up their Chokan power. At least I think that's what's happening. And with one last final Fire Guts attack, he destroys the Ultric Abomination once and for all. And with Zed destroyed, all the transectors are given life, and the series pretty much repeats the ending of Headmasters, with Overlord and the Decepticons retreating to space, and the Autobots fly off after him. It even ends on pretty much the same shot, with the Autobots leaving aboard Grand's ship as Metalhawk and the now transsectorless humans look on. Oh, Masterforce. It's human-centric, it has more continuity errors than any previous Transformers show, lots of aspects of the show go unexplained, and way too much attention is given to Jinraisu. And yet it's still an improvement over Headmasters. This series was heavily serialized, with a lot more plot and continuing storyline than the previous series, and despite having 42 episodes to Headmasters 35, many of the fillers were actually important with plot points like Grand's introduction, Chokan power, and some very good character development. As such, we saw the Decepticons are the ones with more camaraderie than the Autobots, believe it or not. The Headmasters, despite being a biker gang leader, a thug, and a street urchin, were good friends, and Overlord showed genuine loyalty and compassion to his fellow Decepticons. Well, okay, as human Decepticons at least, since Blood's team got the shaft pretty quickly. But at the same time, it does a lot of injustices that should never be done in Transformers. The fact that being human somehow makes the Godmasters and Headmasters more powerful and plot relevant than the Pretenders, actual Transformers from Cybertron, is such a blasphemous idea that any sane fan would curse the show into the same hole Headmasters belongs in. But that's not the only problem human Transformers cause, by a long shot. If the countless Power Rangers jokes were enough of an indication, Masterforce's plot resembles a Super Sentai season more than a Transformers show, with Master Braces pretty much just being morphers, and Zed's focus being on destroying humanity, as opposed to anything relevant to the Decepticons' goals. And remember that horrific English dub from Headmasters? Well, it returns in Masterforce, and in some ways is even more retarded. All the characters that have American counterparts are referred to by those names.
Optimus Prime, what's wrong with you?
That's very clever of you, Bum Burst.
Buzzhead! Nightbeat, let's go and find Siren!
Slingshot, we're just trying to help you, that's all.
Thankfully, there are no lines as stupid as,
Fortress Maximus has come himself.
Gah! Why do I keep showing that clip? After watching this series, I learned of a coda of sorts, Shuta and Grand's Masterforce Super Secrets, that explains some things that made no sense in the series. For instance, how did I know Grant was Fort Max's brother? How did I know Black Zarak was Scorponok's new body, since none of these things were stated in the series? Well, that was explained in this coda. It also clarifies that Godmaster transectors were Cybertronian-made, and stolen by Zed years ago, as well as finally addressing the fact that Jinrai Su's transector looks identical to Optimus Prime. Oh, and Grant claims humans are the noblest of all living beings in the universe, and the Godmasters were 10 times more powerful once bonded with a human, and other bullshit pro-human statements that make me think he should be wearing the Cerberus insignia instead of the Autobot one. And that's another huge problem with this whole series. It preaches humans are the truly alive characters. The biggest flaw with that message is that Transformers are sentient robots, meaning they already have characterization and are very much alive. So not only is the message out of place, but it could have been done with actual Transformers, and it wouldn't be nearly as preachy. But that's Japanese Transformers fiction for you. Their first outing insulted what Transformers is about. And their second outing doesn't even know what Transformers is about. Well, now that I think about it, that coda did mention something about a new Autobot leader named Star Saber, and it had new footage I didn't recognize. Makes one wonder what Takara has in store for me. What the hell was that? Boss! We're taking fire! Oh, son of a bitch!
Patty, good for nothing, Starscream wannabe!
He didn't even have the same background. How did he do that?
Must be a Transformer thing. Chrome Dome didn't have consistent backgrounds when he fought us last year.
Werezilla, you spent the last year calling me a pathetic, petty, and terrible Desterone Emperor.
But you're all of those things.
Silence!
Hey, Jumpster, find the android, get into the null cannon tower. I'll hold him off as best I can.
How?
Target on. The only way I know how. Scorponok!
My name is Black Zarak.
Yeah, right. I didn't call you Mega Zarak. I sure as hell am not calling you Black Zarak. Or African American Zarak, for that matter.
It doesn't surprise me that you continue to make criticisms and jokes with your life coming to an end.
That's what this is about? My criticisms? You're trying to kill me because I called you petty? Isn't that kind of proving my point?
Enough! Be transformed! You sent a synthetic and a puppet to their doom. Seagulls are swarming your null cannon tower as we speak.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Tyrant to spear! Werezilla, your mixed bag nature connects you to your target master.
Wait a minute. You're not actually thinking of...
Exactly. Devil Thunderling! In mere moments, Werezilla, you will become a robot, separating you from your target master. And then you have no defense against me. Revenge is mine!
Android, what's taking you so long?
Zaraka Shield Full Power!
Masterforce's Seacons are about as durable as cardboard. Don't be surprised.
Ongoing!
Yeah! Whoa! Woo!
That is my power, Werezilla. It cost you your comrades, and now it will cost you your life.
No. No! I have had enough of you!
Pretender! A Cybertron pretender! Impossible! We are called Autobots!
Okay. Android being Metalhawk reaches an all-time high on the Jump of the Shark scale.
You're telling me.
I will destroy you! Target on! You think you've won? You are a hypocrite, Werezilla. You spent this whole retrospective complaining about Masterforce's claims of human superiority over Transformers. But by killing me here, you just showed you were wrong. Even in death, I still defeated you. Your will is mine. It will always be mine.
So, you've been Metalhawk this whole time.
Sorry for not telling you, but I didn't think you'd believe me.
You could have just transformed and proved it to us at the start. Werezilla, what's wrong with you?
You're not upset about what Scorponok said, are you?
No, actually, I'm not sad. Wanna know why? Because he wasn't beat by a fleshling. He was beat by 2 Earthlings and a Cybertronian. In the end, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you're from, what planet you're from, or what species you are. That's what Masterforce's message should have been. As long as you're able to fight bad guys, it's not important.
At the very least, this is the last we'll ever see of Scorponok.
And that is certainly an anniversary present that anyone can enjoy.